So the Chicago Bulls are finally good. They are 4-0 for the first time since 1996. As a Bulls fan, this is really crazy to me, and this is really exciting. And this future for the Bulls is really, bright. People are saying that, they only faced bad teams. That's why they're 4-0. To some extent, I agree with that. But then you have to realize that even when you face bad teams in the NBA, you still have to perform. They're outperforming a lot of people's expectations. I was seeing, before the season started, I was seeing that people were ranking the Bulls really low. On Twitter, someone predicting they would be the 11th seed. And I want to talk about one thing in this video that people also said before the season started as to why the Bulls wouldn't be good. And that is the defense that the Bulls have out on the court. A lot of people were skeptical at the Bulls defense because, obviously Zach LaVine isn't the greatest defender, Vucevic isn't the greatest defender, and DeRozan, he's getting up there in age. Maybe his defense would slow down. I've seen everything on Twitter, people talking about the Bulls and why they wouldn't be good this year. Now that the season has started and it's 8 games in if you count the preseason, and the Bulls defense is looking really good. The first player I want to talk about is Nikola Vucevic. Nikola Vucevic, a lot of people had, their opinions about Vucevic and his defense. A lot of people said he was too slow, he can't really block shots, and that he wouldn't fit in with the Bulls because, they got DeRozan, LaVine, Patrick Williams, and Lonzo Ball, who are all, really fast, and they're really long, have long arms, and they can switch everything and all that stuff. And Vucevic was just there who, was slow-footed. He was basically the odd one out on defense, is what I'm trying to say. This year, as of these first couple of games, the number one player in defensive win shares is Nikola Vucevic of the Chicago Bulls. Nikola Vucevic has been surprisingly good on defense. If you try to go to the rim on Vucevic, you're going to have a hard time. Vucevic, he's not really a shot blocker, but he just contests shots at the rim really well. Like, he just is there with his big body, and it's hard to get a layup or dunk over him. And he can also block his shot every once in a while. And to add on to that, Vucevic is also one of the top players when it comes to deflecting the ball in the NBA. Deflections where people try to pass the ball and then he gets his hand in the way, or, stuff like that. And then you got Lonzo Ball, who's also really good on defense. Patrick Williams, who's pretty good on defense. Then there's DeMar DeRozan, who's also pretty good on defense this year. He's number 12 in defensive win shares so far this season. Lonzo Ball is number 2, by the way, so it's 2 Bulls players, first and second. And then you got Zach LaVine, who a lot of people pretty much wrote off Zach LaVine on the defensive end, but he's improving, and we're seeing improvement from Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine currently is 15th in defensive win shares in the NBA. And I know this, I know I'm saying all this, and it's, a really small sample size, and by the end of the year, Zach LaVine's probably not going to be on the defensive win shares top 15 list anymore. But we're seeing improvement, is all I'm saying. Like, it's really, exciting to see that, even for a little bit, even for a small sample size, Zach LaVine is top 15 in defensive win shares. Off the bench, we got guys like Alex Caruso, who's currently leading the league in steals per game, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure he is. And then you got guys like Troy Brown Jr., Alize Johnson. And it's just really exciting as a Bulls fan. Obviously, by the end of the year, this might all change because, this is a small sample size, only 4 games. But just right now, it's really, promising. And I think it can continue. Obviously, the Bulls could still make some more moves before the trade deadline to get more defensive pieces if they're still worried. So that's really all for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And I'll see you next time.